My name is Maxim Grunin. This is my studio. It is set up as a workshop with objects stored near the walls. Here is my desk and computer. My paintings are kept here as well. Here are shelves for books and art supplies. I work here on my paintings and give private lessons to students of different ages. I have a diverse cultural background. I lived in the former Soviet Union, Israel, and Canada. The socio-political realm of human condition pointed me to juxtaposition and process of production of meaning. Visual art is an experimental field of research. It contributes to the development of our civilization. Art is intricately woven into our existence, and studying it is crucial to better understanding ourselves. Visual art finds itself adjacent to all other fields of scientific research. It also stimulates spiritual and creative expression. When I was 12, I firmly decided to become an artist. In the late 80s in Russia, I had to audition to study art. Once accepted, we were submitted to rigorous workshop training. I continuously studied art for over 15 years, and my interest for the subject even earned me a university master's degree in Canada. At the university, I examined painting as a socio-political entity. I reflected it in a series of realistic landscapes called mediated environment. In this environment, the social phenomenon overshadows every alternative concept of the meaning of existence. We're forced to participate in this socio-political construct. As a result, we live in a society that produces a variety of waste: solid, toxic, liquid, and degradable. I continuously derived subjects for my paintings from an immediate environment. My practice in this case is an attempt to study my perception of the world through painting. For example, my teaching and studio practices are closely related. My series of paintings called Children focus on the dynamics of viewing, play, waiting, and planning. My works are addressing my own condition, a human condition. Ordinary surroundings can tell us a great deal about their meaning. I connected with now and today instead of drawing away with the promise of vacation, the eventful. I discovered immense beauty in realization that this moment is our epicenter of perception. This moment is a moment where our ability to understand increases drastically. In 2004, I became an independent art instructor, working out of my Richmond Hill studio. In the past, I've noticed that a majority of art students who made it to university didn't have a firm grasp of disciplines such as drawing, painting, composition, and relief. In my course outline, I introduce assignments designed to increase students' proficiency in these subjects. My goal is to establish coherency in composition and narrative of any artwork. We learn how to accurately translate what we see into a picture space. There are effective ways of measuring and building objects in drawing. We learn to produce illusionist work using and knowing properties of visual perception. Color, tone, depth, atmosphere, composition, and expressive movement are looked at as tools and devices in the studio. Perception is a process of recognition and interpretation of sensory stimuli based chiefly on memory. It is also a neurological process by which recognition and interpretation are effected. Perception, activated by all of the available to people senses, develops into an insight or knowledge gained by perceiving. Visual perception is a component of human perception. People can evaluate environment in which they are situated and its parts by participating in an act of spectating. We observe, view, gaze, or simply look. What is the significance of visual perception and how does it affect us? Visual implies optical organs of a human body known as eyes. They grant us a sense of sight. Light waves from an object enter the eye. People are accustomed to using both of their eyes. This allows for a more three-dimensional resolution of images. Images received by the eyes are sent to the brain where they are incorporated into a foundation of cognition. Cognition is a mental process of knowing, including aspects such as awareness, perception, reasoning, and judgment. Experience of visual perception gains us abilities to classify and interpret information we receive. Long-term exposure to repeating images in our universe contributes to stereotypical thinking. Stereotype is a conventional, formulaic, and oversimplified conception. A stereotypical way of perceiving images helps us to quickly navigate through familiar environment. Unfamiliar images compel us to be analytical and study them carefully before constructing a stereotype. Fine art plays an important role in forming of cultural concepts. I often work with capable and talented students. Here I would like to present their works. I am very happy to observe how they often surpass my expectations and amaze me with their talents. I realize that I am working with people who share similar interests and abilities with me. I want to teach my students everything I know about art and get them to go further, quicker. Thank you. Done.